applause we will get. Come on, there are two of us on the stage. This is another one. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you. So, I am here today to entertain you, not to bore you. And by the way, can someone please close the door on the back so no one leave until I finish? By the way, my name is Ahmed Al-sharif, and this is my colleague Ahmed Al-sharif, and we are apprentices. Wow, I see a lot of teachers. Now I'm stressed. I will breathe, and I will keep breathing. I remember when we first joined Saudi Aramco. Sure that? I remember when we first joined Saudi Aramco, all we cared about was that we do our training and leave the training center as soon as possible. Even the idea of standing in front of people, doing presentations, giving speeches, honestly, I thought it was stupid and a waste of time. Until one day, everything changed. When we first entered the training center, we thought that we will go straight to our classes to take our books and start learning. But no. What happened was that they took us to the orientation. Our great teachers taught us everything about the regulations of Saudi Aramco. And also, they taught us about the importance of managing our time in our daily life and even in the training center. After that, there was the safety boot camp. At the beginning, I thought it was boring. I wasn't interested. But then I understood the importance of safety in the training center, outside the training center, even while we were sleeping in our beds. They taught us in the safety boot camp about almost everything. Safety while driving, distractions in driving, about safety while doing our favorite hobbies like playing football or even swimming. Like I just told you, I always hated the idea of doing presentations, speaking to others. One day, a great teacher came to me and asked me to do a presentation. So, I refused, like I just said no to any other teacher who always asked me to do a presentation. But believe me, he wasn't the man who would take no for an answer. So, I was forced to join the speaker club. At the beginning, I wasn't interested. Not even a bit. I said, it's a waste of time. But the moment I realized how important it is, the speaker club, and the benefits I will get out of it with being a part of the speaker club, improving my speaking skills, improving my English, or otherwise, I won't be standing here in front of you today. In the speaker club, we did the presentations about safety. Then another presentation followed, then another presentation followed. But we got bored. Each and every time a presentation, another presentation, another presentation. So, we came up with the idea that we want to deliver the safety message in a new, different way. So, we decided to do a play, and we called it the Traffic Safety Court. It was about a dangerous driver who endangered himself and others by his recklessness in driving, and he was accused of charges, and then he was sentenced to death. No, actually he was sentenced to do volunteer work, but it's good enough for him. After that, we had the smoking cessation program. The purpose of this program was to help the trainees and the employees to stop smoking by giving them small help and support. In the program, they did a competition and they called it Quit and Win Competition. So we gave the trainees presentations in the speaker club to explain to them the dangers of smoking and how harmful it is for your body. At the end of the program, there was the awarding ceremony when they awarded all the trainees who stopped smoking, and their number was amazing. And now I will hand it to my colleague, Ahmed Al-sharif, so he can talk to you a little about his experience in the environment and energy conservation program. Ahmed?
Thank you, Ahmed.
By the way, he was the dangerous driver on the plane.
You had to say that?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to talk about the world environment and energy conservation. First of all, I want to thank Dr. Khalid Mosli. Because of him and because of our teachers, we've learned a lot about energy and environment. In the training center, we participated in national and international events that took an interest in environment and energy conservation. We had the Water Conservation Day. Everyone knows that we have a very limited water resources in Saudi Arabia. So, we have to know the importance of water conservation. We did a presentation about that to the trainees, so to deliver the message to them. We also had the ablution competitions between the trainees of who can ablute with the least amount of water. The purpose of this competition was to give the trainees an idea about how to conserve water in your daily life. And then we had the World Environment Day. On that day, we did a presentation about simple things that we can do to save our planet, like recycling and reducing electricity consumption. And we planted some trees actually. We planted some trees and flowers in the training center with our teachers, as you can see in the picture. But what did we do with all of this? Did we forget everything in the next day? Absolutely, the answer is no. We took it to another level.
Community service. The summer, there was the Saudi Aramco cultural program. So we had the idea, why don't we volunteer? We volunteered with the traffic safety department. We didn't know what to expect. Our job was to do presentations and shows in 5 different cities in the Eastern Province. We covered 5 cities in the Eastern Province, which were Al-Jubail Club in Al-Jubail, and Al-Qadisiyya Club, and Al-Fath Club, Al-Ittifaq Club, and even Al-Khalij Club in Al-Qatif. We covered more than 1,000 children in 15 days. Each and every day, after 3:16, we left the training center to travel to one of those cities to do our presentation and shows to the children. And it was the hardest thing that we ever did in our lives. Some of you might be wondering now, what does traffic safety have to do with children with the age of 7 to 12? Well, the answer is simple. Some of them will be driving at the age of 10. So, the message wasn't only about traffic safety. It was also about safety in their houses, about safety even while they're riding their own bicycles in their backyards. You wouldn't believe how hard it was. They are kids, and it's not easy to make them interested in what we were saying. If they don't like what we were saying, they will literally boo you off the stage. Some of you might be laughing, smiling at my jokes just to be polite and to compliment me. But they are kids. They will never do that. We had to come up with some real good jokes to entertain them. One of the ways we did that is by challenging the children. And you know what will happen when you challenge a child. He will definitely take it up. So, I challenged the children of who can shout the loudest and clap his hands the hardest when he sees a picture of a seatbelt, which I will show on the screen behind me. We agreed on that. So I showed them a picture of a road. Nothing happened. Silence. Only one kid raised his hand. So I asked him to join me on the stage. He came and stood next to me, and he pulled my hand, so I kneeled down to him, and he whispered in my ear, "I don't want to embarrass you, but the picture behind you is a picture of a road." I told him, "Okay, thank you." I showed them another picture, but this time of a steel chain. But this time everyone started shouting, screaming at me, "No, this is not a seatbelt, this is dangerous, this is not safe, this will hurt you." I said, "Okay, calm down everyone." After that, I showed them the real picture of the seatbelt. Each and every one of them started clapping and shouting, "This is the seatbelt, this is safe." At that moment, I truly had their attention about safety.
The future of our planet depends on us. Our planet is in danger if you keep doing what you are doing now. In a few years, there will be no place for us to live. If you don't take care of our planet, who will?
We are proud that we had that opportunity to do all that. And we are proud to be standing here in front of you today to share with you some of the joy that we witnessed. The best thing of all this is at the end of each show, when the kids came to the stage to shake our hands, we could see in their eyes the excitement and the way that they were looking at us like we are their role models. And even some of them told us that children need role models for safety, and we are proud to be some of them. They are our future, and we cannot neglect them. Thank you, and have a safe journey.